Welcome to PharmaCore India's Thought Leadership Series. Today we have with us a third generation leader who has taken the company from local to global. We're very pleased to welcome Ms. Aditi Panandikar. Thank you so much for being with us here today.
My pleasure.
Can you tell us, over your years, as you evolved into your role, what were the key moments or challenges that made you what you are today?
So there has been this hunger I've always had, an ambition to grow the family business. I'll be very honest, because you might have seen a lot of first generation entrepreneurs who are very excited about starting something new and making it big. But the challenges for the second and sometimes the third generation are entirely different, because you're already given something which somebody has put their heart and soul into, and then you're supposed to take it to different heights. So there was always this awareness that something precious has been, has been given to you, and you now have to add value and make it even bigger. So my father wouldn't have it any other way. So it wasn't one of those things where I had to sit in an AC cabin on day zero. So I started on the shop floor, started in R&D, quality, sat outside in the office, worked through departments, worked through levels. After 10 years in the company, I came on the board. After 20 years in the company, I became managing director. So it was a journey. Even I can't exactly tell you how it changed. But I can tell you the one thing that really changed after I became MD is from running individual businesses to running the company is a totally different cup of tea. Because when you're running an India business, or if you're trying to get established through strategy in US or setting up a UK business, you are entirely focused only on that one thing and pretty much demanding of the senior management, give me resources, I need this, I need that. And then when you're MD, there's just so much by way of opportunity. The struggle is to decide what not to do. So that has been the biggest challenge for me, honestly.
Speaking of struggling of what not to do, if we look at in the past few years, decade, I would say, you now have compliances and permissions from the US, the UK, Canada. So what is it that is so inbuilt or strong about Indoco that you have the drive to go out and make these things happen?
So we were very small in size when we decided we would like to have an international footprint. Very small, because by then the Ranbaxys and Dr. Reddy's of the world were already global companies and doing very well, and we hadn't even put a foot in. So one thing was very clear, that if we had to do it at our size and with the muscle power we had, we would have to do it differently. So that's why we started looking at niches. And what many people don't know at Indoco is my first USFDA approval of the company came for a sterile unit. So it's kind of taking a leap. Most people would go step by step for solids, this, that. But we decided that if we didn't want to just follow as another company, Indian company wanting to do business in US. We wanted to be different, apt for our size. I was hoping people wouldn't look at the niches because they wouldn't be interesting to them and would leave it to people like us. Of course, things are now very different. Almost everybody wants to be everywhere. But I guess we got a head start, therefore. What made us go after all these approvals, all these things? The challenge, I think. By the time I came into the company in '93, we were already in pure acute in India, and that too for half a country with one marketing division. But there were enough people with my father, quite set, and it was about then scaling it up. I had a pharmacy background, and when I came in, everything my dad thought he couldn't do on his own, and me with my technical background I should bring in, I started looking at that. So I started the first R&D lab in the company. I was given a 10 by 10 square foot room carved out of the old Andheri factory store area. Today we have 100,000 square feet at Navi Mumbai in R&D. I recruited the first M-Pharm, other than me, in the company. Today we have many doctorates, postdoctorates. So what was the craving? Possibly as a technocrat, as a technical person, this is the journey I took the company on. So everything I thought, the value add that could come from doing better work. So instead of just becoming large in India, we wanted to be able to have manufacturing sites which clear regulatory audits. We wanted our quality management systems to be of international standards. So it's a little bit going away from the must do to want to do kind of domain. And at every stage, the company has wanted to do something which is more value added. I hope
No, I mean, I'm getting a proper thread over here,
Okay.
in which you started off where you have the hunger,
Yeah.
then came the passion,
Yeah.
and the whole way to scale it up. So bringing all of these together, right? I'm sure you still have the hunger because now you are in MD's position for quite some time now. So that doesn't ever go away.
Right.
So what is the next step? What is the future?
So in many ways, Indoco is an organization, and that is the difference, I think, when you come in at third gen. There is a fabric of the organization which is already in place. There is a culture and an ethic already in place, and you don't want to disturb it too much. You don't do anything too much non-core. And I've had to wait for quite a long time to take a leap to truly add value by way of new businesses. So right now in the India business, we have taken a big leap into what I would call the OTC sector, which is new for the company. After 32 years in the company, I'm putting my foot in. Something I might have wanted to do 20 years ago, but I waited. Internationally, from being a back-end player, we've always been end-to-end in the generic space. So we've been, like a perfect partner, because we do everything from non-infringing process development on APIs, API manufacturing, formulation development, and manufacturing, marketing, distribution, the whole works, right up to the CRO. But we always did it for somebody else, as most Indian companies do, because my grandfather was a trader, my father had a lot of those trader values, so the whole investment philosophy of long gestation periods didn't gel with him. And for the longest time, I also worked like that. So everything we did, we earned before we redeployed, kind of. But for the first time now, we have feet on the ground, as one would say, internationally too. So in the African markets, in French West Africa, we have 200 people in the field. In US, we have a front-end company. We acquired FPP 2 years ago. So this is all very new, and this is what keeps me going.
And you've gone from handling single departments from micro to slightly more macro. Let's go to really on a macro scale, on a pan-India scale, looking at, for example, the Indian Drug Manufacturers Association recently tied up with PharmaCore India.
Right.
Why do you think that is so essential in this moment in time for them to tie up with PharmaCore India?
So, we are in some very interesting times for the pharmaceutical industry, and unprecedented changes in policies by the regulators in India, whether it is the new Schedule M, the WHO standards required to manufacture in India. We've always talked of these 10,000 manufacturing units, and then there was a lot of talk about how not even 5,000 of them have WHO GMP, and then there were extensions. And I know a lot of mid and small size players are really working and bending backwards to make it happen. But all said and done, a shift in the way the regulator is looking at bringing in quality standards, a shift in how we are looking at the world. I mean, I'm part of the generation where the Indian pharma industry started looking beyond India for the first time, post-liberalization. After Narasimha Rao opened the borders, and suddenly we realized that half of the world market in pharma is in US. And all of us wanted to have a drop of that ocean. Now, largely because of what is happening with US right now, not that the tariffs have come in or whatever, everyone has realized that it's better to be in many places and de-risk. So we have an emerging business as well. So I really feel that Indian government, for example, is giving a lot to push us in the direction of innovation. So because we are as an industry we are 13th or 14th in value and third in volume.
Correct.
Right? So it simply means that we do a lot of work but probably not very valuable. So the government is trying to push us towards more innovation, more of complex work, better products, own your research kind of. And they are also asking us to not overly depend on any one geography. I think at such a time, a lot of the players in India are looking at opportunities to showcase what they can do. And it is a great time, therefore, for PharmaCore to work with IDMA, which incidentally represents 1100 plus members in India. And each of them have something to offer, is what I feel. And it would be a great platform to be able to showcase what you can do, which you can collaborate with. Because today, more than ever before, cost of capital is higher. If there is excess capacity, nobody is becoming overly passionate about doing everything. And they would like to work together, and I think therefore it is a good time.
Agreed. I mean, capital liquidity is tight in the markets, and access to that itself is also an issue.
Yeah.
And coming to, you said going up the value chain is critical for growth. How do you think PharmaCore India and Indoco Remedies together on one platform would strengthen Indoco Remedies down the road?
So like I said, and this is not just about me, many companies get typeset into one profile. So 55% of our top line comes from doing branded sales in India. So we would be called an Indian formulator. Because I have 11 units and 5 of them have US FDA, people will say they have US business. But what probably people won't realize is my Europe business is 3 times the size of my US. What they don't understand is I have a bigger business in emerging markets than in US. It never comes to the table, if you know what I mean. People might not know that we have a US FDA approved public testing lab which also offers differentiated and difficult to do testing. We have a global stability center where we offer services of stability testing. Now these are things you don't really just keep talking about everywhere. Platforms like yours, I'm really looking forward, and that's the thing that has been told to my team, that unlike some of the other large fairs where you go to meet customers who are going to sign orders, this is going to be a showcase. So we want to be able to showcase anything and everything which we can do to add value to others. And together I think we can make good things happen.
I'm sure, because we are also ensuring that we get the buyers to the table to make sure that your showcase as well as the industry showcase is presented to the world.
Right.
And speaking of the world, since you have been for such a long time in this industry, grassroots level to the top, what message would you have for the upcoming leaders of tomorrow, the new entrepreneurs who are trying to make it in the industry? Why should they come to PharmaCore India? What will they get out of it?
Yeah, so as business people, we always encourage everybody to become entrepreneurs. But as people who are having and facing so many challenges, I mean, you would ask a very large organization from mine, they would talk to me and say, don't try to get in here, there are too many challenges. So that never gets over. But I really feel that for first generation entrepreneurs, they could look at the pieces and parts of the entire pharma value chain to become entrepreneurs. So the whole regulatory bit, for example. I mean, I have an RA department, and of course data is sacrosanct. But if today someone was to tell me a decade ago, if I had met with an organization which could work with me, I wouldn't bring that within. So every costs of everything are going up, and I think everybody is trying to do more in the areas where they have strengths and outsource the others. So for example, we would love to outsource regulatory. We would love in future to license in ANDAs. Everything we cannot develop. So when, for example, when the larger companies used to come to Indoco and ask us to do ANDAs for them, I used to wonder what are they doing in their R&D. Now I understand that I just can't keep on adding scientists. It doesn't get me returns the way I would. And certainly if somebody has done work and are ahead of me in a generic space, time is everything in generics, we can work together, it would be win-win. So my two bits to the next gen would be, this is definitely a very happening space because consumption is going up, population is going up. We are slated to grow many times in the next 5 years. India itself presents great opportunity. And internationally, there is a lot we can do together, and we really should not duplicate what one can do, because there are too many Me Too's, and that is what destroys the value many a times. So to the younger people, I would encourage them as professionals, if they're pharmacists in particular, to start working with larger organizations with their own businesses, and then grow and become a very important part of a large organization's dependence. I was with Anu Aga the other day on an ESG platform, and we spoke about this, and I told her that if all the pharma units in like one industrial estate were to have a common utility, we could bring down the ESG score. And she started smiling, and she said this is a lot like how the auto spare parts and auto industry has evolved. Finally, you see that the value only comes in scale, and you can all do your thing, but you could source from the same place. So there is a lot for the industry to collaborate and work together. This is what I have to say.
That is very insightful. That is very insightful. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hunger, drive, open mind for any new opportunities, as well as an open mind for collaboration from Miss Aditi Kare Panandikar. Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.